Hey guys, good morning. I am in Fort Myers, but I am doing a road trip to Sanibel Island. It is 7 in the morning, and I'm gonna go on a trip to get some really cool seashells. I heard Sanibel has the best picking for seashells in the morning. So let's go see what I can find, and I'll make a video out of it. Alright guys, so I'm here where I park, hopefully. Sanibel Island, like north, is what I researched. And guess what? It is like ghost town. Beach Park. Periwinkle Way on arrival. Park vehicle, pay time at meter, so there's parking. RVs prohibited. Okay. So they make money for the park with parking. That's fine. I will pay the meter, no problem. And there are no cars, so that is great news, guys. That means we might find some shells just there for the picking. After the storms recently, I'm hoping that some of the shells just kind of washed up and haven't had a chance to be seen yet. All right, for those curious about the parking situation, they have like a meter here. If you do have a handicap permit, you do not have to pay for parking. And here you go, $5 an hour. Park your vehicle, pay at the meter, and put the receipt on your dash. $5 an hour, pay at the meter. Here's the map for reference point of where we're at. There I am. And see how you could walk all the way around. It's not too bad. I got some walking to do. I'll be pretty picky. If there's a lot of shells, I'll be pretty picky as to which ones I grab. But it should be a good mix. Lighthouse Beach. Park key, walking trails, a boardwalk, beach access. Sign, there's picnic areas. There you go. Looks like they do have a fishing pier if you want to fish. And here's the shell options that they're giving us a warn on. Cat's paw, a scallop, banded tulip, a nutmeg, a lettered olive, a sand dollar, which if it's alive, I'm not going to take, obviously, a lightning whelk, a cockle, a rough pin shell, broad-ribbed carditid. Okay, so those look like those are the shell choices that we come across. Let's go pay for parking. All right, guys, got the parking figured out. Walking through this little inlet from where you park. And it looks like I veered to the right to go around the whole point. Let's see what I can find. Should I start all the way from the beginning? Because I'm thinking I want to be where no one else was. All the way down, there's the fishing pier. All right, let me start hunting. Did y'all see that cardinal, guys? Okay, so I just talked to one of the locals that was walking the beach, and apparently it's high tide. So if you come on your trip and it's high tide, bring a towel, because the best shells that you'll find are still in the water. So I'm gonna go in the water and start making a pile. Hopefully I find some. She said there are shells everywhere. Just on the beach right now, it's just those like smaller, like scallop shells that are pretty typical that you see. I'm looking for the somewhat larger, more decorative shells. So I'm gonna start getting in the water, start making a pile. Got my trusty old bag. Hopefully I find some. Alright guys, nothing too impressive yet. In fact, they're still broken, but just give you a taste of what's available out here. She did tell me that the person I talked to on the other side, she's had some pretty good finds in her past, and I'm gonna venture off because I did give it a good shot and walk out there. I was hoping to find more selection, but I didn't, so I'm gonna switch spots, see what I can't find. So I just talked to another person who was doing shelling, and apparently yesterday was really good, and they found a lot of shells, and today is like hardly anything. So kind of a crapshoot depending on the tide and the weather, etc. But they weren't going in the water, so I'm gonna go. I just went in the water on this side. I'm gonna go try my luck and see what I can find on the other side that they told me. And hopefully I find a couple keepers to bring home. We'll see. In case y'all are curious, here's the fishing pier that you can come to, Sanibel. I'm sure you need some sort of license, so do your research on that. Maybe go to Walmart or something and buy a week pass or whatever they have. But I'll take a picture of the sign so you can get a picture of the rules and everything else in case you're searching this video on YouTube to find out what the fishing capabilities are. Well, I'm about to let you know, but there's the pier. All right, so here's the sign at the base of the Sanibel City Pier, it's called. So here's the fish that are frequently: snapper, drum, jack, whiting, black tip, sea trout, drum, snapper, bluefish, ladyfish, grouper, mackerel. They got flounder. We have flounder down there in Texas. Bonnethead shark, nurse shark, sheep's head, mackerel, grouper, pompanos, and then common bait fish of the Gulf: pinfish, herring, mullet, grunt, and perch. How to measure your catch: you pinch the tail from tip to tail. Mackerel and drum. Protected species. So if you happen to catch one of those huge grouper, protected. Tarpon, lemon shark, small tooth sawfish. And here is a sawfish are endangered. Respect, release, and report. They're protected by the state and federal laws. And that's what they look like. There's your sawfish. Okay, and now here's your rules of the pier. Warning: current. Alcoholic is prohibited. Wow, I wonder how many people use the red Solo cups on that one. Cast netting is prohibited on the pier, so you have to go off. For public, this site is video monitored. 911, Sanibel Police. Fishing with a valid license is required, and all poles must be attended at all time. Fishing licenses available. There's your number, guys. If you want to get a fishing license for your trip to Florida, call that number. They'll point you in the right direction. Recycle. Do not feed the wildlife. There you go. I promised you the sign in case you're coming here on a trip. There it is. So now I'm walking to the other side. I'm cutting through, and I'm gonna get in the water on the other side where the lady was telling me she had some luck before. So I'm on the opposite side of the fishing pier, and I'll get in the water there and hopefully find some keepers on shells. Take this moment to make sure to remind you guys to hit the like button. It helps the logarithm with YouTube, so other people will find my video, find it entertaining, find some value in the knowledge that I share before your trip, etc. And if you want to see other videos like this where I go on excursions and random knowledge, travel, whatever, feel free to subscribe. I try to make them fun and educational at the same time. And don't keep the videos too long so you can pause in your day, whether it be at work or at the house, etc. On the walk of shame to go see some shells, hopefully. So to answer your question, yes, they do have public restrooms, and they do look like they're fairly clean. How's it going, man? Oh, yeah. Decent looking restrooms, in case you're curious. Very user-friendly too, so if you have a handicap or a wheelchair, these paths look pretty nice, so you can come along and see everything. Probably not up to the beach, but right up to it. There's a viewing area or whatever. Not a bad day to hang out in Sanibel and have some fun. So I'm kind of in the middle of the woods. I don't know if you can see, I do a panoramic. But they're really good about providing little signs and stuff. So there was the fishing pier where I just took video. I parked right kind of by where this armadillo is. And if I pan out, you'll see I'm in the freaking middle of the island. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna follow this little path. I'm gonna keep walking up that way. Try to get up there by where that snowy egret is. And that's the other side of the island I'm gonna try. Really nice paths that they maintain. So when you come here and pay for parking, you're paying for the staff to maintain all this, which is understandable. And I'm pretty impressed. I haven't got like bit by any mosquitoes or anything like that. And I'm kind of walking through like a marshy area. Man, I tell you what, in Houston, I'd be getting eaten up right now if I didn't have any like spray on me, whether it be off or DEET or cutter or whatever you want to call it. But man, I'm not getting eaten by any bugs, which is really cool. Kind of giving y'all a little bird's eye of what I'm walking through. Feet washing stations, in case you were curious. Made it back to the other side. Another parking area. So if this ends up being the best spot for shelling that I experience, I'll try to find out or show you on the map where I am. Very clean. I'll say that. You don't see a lot of trash anywhere. And they make it very facilitable so you can throw trash and recyclables right there. So you make it easy on people. They won't trash the place, right? Enjoy, don't destroy. All right, we made it to the other side. Looks like I got more competition. But guess what? Nobody else is in the water. See, I'll go in the water. Oh, there's a few, but I think they're just enjoying the beach. Nobody's out in the water. It gives me an edge. All right, wish me luck, guys. All right, so I got an update. I just talked to one of the locals that her and her husband frequent the area and look for shells. Apparently there's some shells that sell for a lot of money, like $200 to $500, and that's what they're on the hunt for. Hard to find, but they are out in the water. So her husband does a lot of snorkeling and diving. In fact, I don't know if you can see him, but he's out there with like a, now it's hard to see, you can't see him, but he has like a snorkeling flag up and everything else. So he's dead serious. I don't know if I'll be to that level, but I'm just trying to get a few for the video and entertain you guys that are on YouTube searching for my experience. And she did show me a screenshot on her phone of her haul, basically. And she was nice enough to text that picture to me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop an insert into this video so you can see kind of what to expect, what kind of shells you can find. And I mean, there was a whole bunch, you'll see. And I'll kind of zoom in on each side and each portion of the picture she sent, so you'll get a good expectation of what you can find on a good day here in Sanibel while shelling. I haven't given up yet, but at least we have that option to show you on shells. So I did just find a sand dollar. I don't know if you can see it, but it's not white like you see in the stores. It's tan. It feels like really like a sandpaper, real rough, but it's still alive. So please, guys, if you find sand dollars that are alive, don't keep them. They're still, you know, living their friendly lives, not bothering anybody out in the ocean. So throw them back. Don't try to keep them just for a souvenir. All right, guys. So all was not lost. Here is my haul. I found one good one and I said, you know what? Well, actually I think two good ones. And the rest are just kind of like fillers of a jar type thing that look still kind of cool. These are like broke, that's like a smaller conch, I think. It's a smaller like tulip. That looks like it could be a tulip. See how they are. This one looks like a little miniature clam or something. I didn't know what that was all about. There's like just a plain white one. Here's like a one that opened up. Obviously nothing inside. Another like tulip. This one, I don't know what the hell it is. Maybe someone that's into shelling can tell me. It looks almost like a wing. It has like a little iridescent sheen on the other side. And I just found it interesting. And then here's two smaller, like, I don't know, this one's pretty big. I thought that one's a good find. See how big that thing is? And then the coolest one obviously was this one, because it's still intact. Doesn't have any broken. Obviously, please check the inside to make sure that there's no like living crab or anything like that in it. But there's the find of the day. At least I didn't give up. I found something. Not sure if it pays for the gas nowadays, but I gave it my concerted effort. That's my haul. Now I'm gonna go get some breakfast, go back to the beach house. Well guys, that's about it for my trip to Sanibel Island on the fishing pier and the seashell search. I wish it would have been a better day. Apparently a couple days ago after the storm, people came on a Monday and they really had good luck. Obviously I showed you the picture of the haul that one local lady found. So they are out here. It's just a matter of making sure you get the right tide, and like I guess after a storm maybe it's better, but I found a couple keepers, so it wasn't a lost cause. Showed you all the beach. Hopefully y'all had a good time watching. Hit the like button. Thanks for watching. Take care guys. Peace. Almost forgot. If y'all have a choice, I recommend coming to this side, on the opposite side of the lighthouse, or the fishing pier, I'm sorry. The fishing pier. On the other side of the island, there's a longer, more hospitable parking area. And here, I'll give you a reference. Cue the map. There is where I am. Here's the point, basically. There's the fishing pier. Remember, I'm parked down there by the armadillo. So I'm gonna have to walk the walk of shame back, but there you go. I recommend if you come here, you'll have better luck seashelling off of this coast, because I just did. I have to speak for what I just experienced. And the locals were all looking out there in the water too. So bring the kids, go there, unless you want to go fishing. Then go down there, obviously.
So